Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at Flight Log Maker's Center of Gravity File Manager. This is version 2.1 of this program. So the first thing we'll do is we'll load the aircraft in, and we'll go with the Cessna 172, and we'll read that aircraft file so we can see it's loaded here. And so what we want to do is go to one of the weights for the aircraft, and we'll say get info, and we'll move on up to a wait till we start to see some data. I think we got to go for the 172, something like that. There we go. 1500. See what we got there. So it looks like 1500 pounds is the minimum weight that we have data for. And it's just like the performance file manager. When you load a record in and there's data, it all gets populated in these areas over here. So we have these entry fields for a normal envelope. So we have the forward and aft CG with the minimum weight and the maximum weight. And that forms the outline of your weight and balance window. For utility, we have the forward and rear CG and a minimum weight and maximum weight as well. And so as you work your way up in 25, you can see here we're working our way up in 25-pound increments. And then you're going to go through the weight and balance window, the CG window, and you're going to put in the forward and aft CG with the minimum maximum weight at each end of the file there. So, and you just work your way up, and eventually you're going to get to the max. But anyway, that's how this works. And as you when you start loading your weight and balance in here, it's going to get to a specific weight, and then it's going to go to this file for that weight, and it's going to say, oh, okay, well, my forward CG is supposed to be this, and my rear CG is supposed to be that, and then it'll calculate the actual center of gravity, and it will tell you whether or not you're within the envelope or not. So that's how you use this center of gravity file manager. If you haven't created a file, and this is the first time you're creating a file, again, the file manager knows what aircraft you're using or what file you're going to use, because when you set up your aircraft, you're going to put that stuff in there, and we'll do a video on that so that you'll know what I'm talking about. But it already knows the name of the file, and so it goes in there just like the performance file. It's going to go in there and zero out all the records, and it sets it all up for you so you can start adding your weight and your forward FCG in there. And the reason I do the minimum and max weight at every location is because if I don't do it, it won't be in there. Then you'd have to look for it somewhere else. So I figured I'll just put it in there, the minimum maximum weight for the aircraft, um, in each record. This is mainly what you're looking for, is the forward nav CG for the utility and for the normal operating range of the aircraft. But I still put this in there so that when it comes up on the screen, it'll have your minimum and maximum weights. All right, well, that's it for this program. And it's a short video, but it's pretty simple. It's a lot like the file manager for the performance data. This is just storing a couple of items, and your aircraft will use these items based on its weight and CG. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. So long. Bye.